I need to look at this tweet. You want to talk about this
Yeah,
now?
we'll go ahead tap into it. Let's see what my man got. Let's see. We want to make sure we do his due diligence.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Here's what he says. Where'd it go?
If I say it was definitely
He's retweeting a lot of stuff.
Yo, he is active as heck.
He's active right now.
Yeah.
He really is. I had it. Where was it?
I literally saw it as well. So if
It's right here.
I was about to say, I literally just saw it before we came up here.
He says, if @_BigBen7 is...
Oh, quick question. Do we know if he was asked anything or what made him actually like start tweeting this?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know if it was like a part of a thread or anything. As long as not, if it's
No, this is
all
no
right.
thread.
All right, cool.
No, yeah.
That's
As you can
you know what I'm
see,
saying. That's what I was making sure. Yeah.
I can't scroll up.
Okay.
There's no comments. There's nothing
So
in front of it.
It wasn't provoked. It
It's
wasn't
just out of
asked.
nowhere.
That's what I was.
Maybe
trying
he was
to make
watching
sure.
Any Given Sunday.
Okay,
and
that's what I was trying to see. Yeah.
started to think of this. He says, if @_BigBen7 is the leader you say he is, why hasn't he taken credit for the fall? What manager of a company goes to hide in the shadows when the results come in? We win, it's him. Lose, it's me. Or Tomlin. Huh. And then he says, Any Given Sunday, steaming, wheelie beaming.
Oh yeah, that's a funny clip too. He was very passionate in that joint.
What did he say? I've never seen it. I didn't click on
Any
this.
Given Sunday. Yeah, Any Given Sunday is. You seen the movie or no?
I have not.
All right, so the quarterback Willie Beeman.
Is Jamie Foxx in this?
Yeah, that's Jamie Foxx is Willie Beeman. He starts out as a backup quarterback behind like the super old.
Al Pacino's in this?
Yeah, he's the
I've
head
seen
coach.
clips.
LL
I've
Cool
never
J's
seen
the
movie.
running back. Got Lawrence Taylor in there. So Willie Beeman is the backup quarterback behind the wily old vet who's on his last leg. But, you know, they want him to be the guy. Guy gets hurt. Another guy gets hurt. Willie Beeman gets a chance. And he's like the zone read athlete quarterback. Don't really know a lot, but could just ball. And he gets in. He blows up. Goes hot. But he lets the fan go to his head. So he's like, it was about me. I'm doing it. So it gets to the point where the team is like, nah, man, you ain't the only person that's out here. So they kind of like have this whole battle where they start not blocking for him, not protecting him because he think he could do it on his own. He get exposed. It get crazy. But then they all kind of get at the end, happy ending type stuff. So that's why he put that clip up there because he's like, you know, man, dang, you know, you think it's all about you. And that whole scene with the quarterback when he was flipping out, acting like when they win, it's all me. When they lose, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So, yeah.
I think this is one of the worst takes I've ever seen.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
When has Ben never not taken credit for a loss? He always takes credit.
No, I don't think he's... Oh, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Ben always takes credit for the loss. I don't know where he's hiding in the shadows. When we win, it's him. Lose, it's me or Tomlin. See, I don't necessarily think this way, where I just blame all losses on Tomlin.
I was about to say, I don't feel like he's not speaking
The
about you
the
in
one
this
that
context.
sticks out to me, though, where I'm just like, damn, I'm disappointed in how we came out, was the AFC divisional against Jaguars. That's the
Okay.
one where I'll like point to Tom and be like, damn, like what happened there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted some more. But outside of that, I don't think I ever really do that. I do give Ben credit for a lot of the wins and for some of the greatness he's displayed on the field, given he's a Hall of Fame quarterback and the best quarterback this franchise has seen. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Has won multiple Super Bowls. I think he's earned that credit. Am I wrong? I just don't think when things go wrong, he ever hides in the shadows.
Yeah. Like you said, Mendenhall is not speaking to like the type of fan that you are because
And he's not a good messenger here either.
this is the thing. So Mendenhall, like I said, he's not speaking to the type of fan that you are. You're the type of fan that, yes, you're crazy passionate about 7, and more times than not, 7 is going to get the benefit of the doubt. But I still feel like you respect like the context, and if Ben does do something negative, you still acknowledge it. It's not going to be at the forefront, but you at least acknowledge it. What Mendenhall, to me, is speaking on is the fans that crucify him, that make it that, hey, man, you lost the Super Bowl. That's the people he's speaking on. And then when he goes and talks about how when it's 7, when we win it's 7, when we lose it's me or it's Coach Tomlin, because the majority of that type of fan base, and we know we got that type of fan base. Every fan base has those type of fans, but he just gets pissed off because he feels like it's more that he feels that negativity directly. Whereas if Seven does anything positive out there, he's going to get the over, like just abundance of love. Whereas for him, he's like, bro, I still had a dope career. I still did what I was supposed to do out here, but I had a couple of bad plays, and people act like, he's the pariah of Steelers football. You know what I mean? Or like he can't even be talked about. That's kind of how he views it. So when he says those type of things, could you choose a better platform? Absolutely. It's Twitter. We know. When you throw a comment like that on Twitter, you're talking to those same people that aren't going to respect that type of context. So it's not going to be the best situation for him. And when he brings up the Coach Tomlin part, well, how many times do we talk about how it's like, they seem like they hate that man for everything that goes wrong. And if it's something that goes right, what do we say? Oh, man, it was this player that did it or that guy did it instead. It's never the coach. And I think that, once again, is what he's referring to. But like you said, the messenger isn't the best because of the history, the target in which you are trying to get your message across. Certain people, we say, man, if you trying to prove a point, you better pick a different target, because certain people, it doesn't matter right or wrong, you can't talk about them publicly in that fashion because they are where they are in terms of how people view them. That's also something that Mendenhall knows, but because he feels some type of way, he's trying to go against that. And it's like, bro, good luck. You know what I mean? You might as well go stand out here and talk to the wall and put all that passion out there. Because when you said that guy's name, your instant reaction was, what? I'm not even listening to anything else he has to say. It becomes null and void because of the target. And that's the part that he also has to understand. It's like, you can be valid in certain elements, but you got to choose a different way to really get that point across. Because when you say certain things at the beginning of it, as soon as you say a certain name or a certain person, the rest of your message gets cut off. It's going to be met with resistance. It's going to be met with like apprehension. Like, bro, why are you going at this guy? Because for every negative that Seven might have, it's too much positivity that he's also brought to this city, to this team, and to these fans. So when you bring up the occasional this and this and this that might be valid, it's never going to trump all the Lombardis, all the highlight plays, all the feel goods that he's brought to this city. And not everybody is okay with accepting that. Some people feel like when they feel wronged or when they feel passionate, they got to get it out however they get it out. But as we can see, this is not an effective method to go, man. I think it does more harm to Mendenhall than good, but I can understand it, man. When you upset or you feel wronged, man, and you don't feel like it's done the right way, you looking for anybody, or you think that this guy can take that heat off of you and he doesn't, you feel some type of way. But it's not Ben's responsibility either, man. Like, Ben's a heck of a leader, without a doubt. But it's not Ben's responsibility to take on every piece of criticism for this team. Ben has his own criticism. When we talk about Super Bowl championships, when we talk about Super Bowl MVPs, that's how Ben's criticized. Ben doesn't have to take on that criticism and then turn around and say, hey, man, I know Mendenhall had a bad play here, but don't blame him for this. Put that on me, too. Like, bro, he already got enough on him. But I feel like that's kind of what he's asking or even alluding to, so to speak, by saying when it's good, it's him. When it's not, it's me or it's Coach T. It's like, bro, he already got a ton of criticism. He getting criticized with the Bradys and the Mannings and them type of dudes, man. Mendenhall ain't got to live with that all the way.
Yeah, to me, the timing is really weird, given that I just witnessed about 90% of Steeler Nation blame all last season on Ben. So he's taken a ton of blame throughout his career. But, like, I know last year was the worst of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they blamed, just get rid of Seven. Get rid of Seven after next year, or after this year, so we could have a new quarterback for next year. It's going to solve all of our problems. Obviously, it didn't. We started to gather some steam as the season went on, but yeah, that's the thing that's funny to me. Ben has gotten criticized a ton. I don't think he's ever shied away from any of it. And whenever he's addressed in, like, press conference or him doing interviews, he's taking blame for losses or bad plays and stuff. But, yeah, also, the thing with Mendenhall, just bad messenger with this. Because you were talking about, like, he had a dope career and stuff, whatever. He had the 3, 1,000-yard rushing seasons. It pales in comparison to what Seven did. It's just not. It's like apples to oranges. It's not even close.
Were you a part of it? Yes, Mendenhall, you were a part of it.
We went through like 7, 8 different running backs.
This is my thing.
It's in his tenure.
Yeah, and it's like I said, man, was he still a part of this team being successful? Yes. Was he a part of this team going to the Super Bowl? Yes. But at the same time, we all aren't created equal in terms of our role and our impact on the team. And remember, we talked about this as well when we talk about just your role. Some people are megastars. Some people are starters. Some people are role players. Some people are special teamers. Some people are taxi/practice squad. And some guys are just trying to make it. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to know where you fall in there. And depending on where you fall, that's going to also let you know who you can target when you're trying to deliver a message like this. We're not talking about criticizing a performance. I think that is different. What I do is criticize performances. I think you can do that. That's the reason why me as a former player, even you as not a player, we can all criticize them and have opinions on them. And granted, we'll take it to certain levels of validity, but we can all have those opinions. But to act as if what Mendenhall has done here should be on the same level of 7 in terms of, okay, apples to apples. When I'm successful, put me up there like how 7 is. If you bringing up my failures, bring up 7 failures, they're not in the same class. They two different caliber players at the NFL level. And that's the part. And I think for him is one thing when it's an NFL player saying that message is just like that. You receive it and it's spoken because it's spoken from the heart. You know, it's pure. And it's nothing that you would ever, hey, I'll say this in your face. I won't say this behind you. Like, it's never a situation like that because it's a respect thing. But for him, he's looking for validation from social media. Social media, they're not qualified to give you that validation. For a guy like Mendenhall, you're looking for fans to say that, hey, I am this or I'm justified. And it's like, bro, they're not going to give you that because they love 7. And rightfully so, because 7 did what he did here. But to me, if Mendenhall just talked to his teammates, talked to alumni, talked to other NFL people, bro, he would not feel this way. But once again, everybody kind of goes through that thing differently in the sense of how you seek that, who you go to talk to, and where you're looking for these answers. Because it's like, yo, the people that he is speaking on live on social media, bro. Especially on Twitter. That's like the hot zone. We know that, bro. You want to get it going crazy, man, put something out there on Twitter. It's going to get real, just, But it's like, that's where he keeps going back, trying to get it to change.
Yeah, what's he looking for here? I don't even know what he's looking for. Because if he's looking for, like, appreciation for his
that's
career.
What he wants. He wants validation, appreciation. He doesn't want to be viewed as the scapegoat for losing the Super Bowl. Directly. That is directly it. But, as I've just said, if he talks to players, he gets that validation. He keeps going to social media, though, looking for that same validation. Social media is not going to give him that validation, bro. We both know that, man. They will crucify him before they ever say anything positive to that level for what he's looking for.
Yeah, there's
especially
no point
if it's him versus
bringing
Ben.
up Ben when you're trying to
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
appreciation for your own career.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's
because I've said it how many times.
You,
I think he was a really good running back.
I'm with you. But
yeah, that fumble was terrible.
But when you go to target that guy, when you go to target 7 to deliver that message, bro, it's not going to happen. It's going to get lost. And you look like the bad guy now, man. That's what
he's directing this all in the wrong way.
That's what I'm saying. But when you are so like, yo, it's been bottled up, I'm passionate about it, I'm hurt by it, I just got to get it out, it doesn't always come out in the best way.
Well, especially in this case, because he's not even being direct about it.
Yeah.
If he's trying to be direct about that Super Bowl and like his play, like you could bring up that there were mistakes made by Ben throughout that game, and like we still had a chance to win it with the final drive. So you could bring that stuff up. Still, here's the problem though, and here's why like kind of Ben gets the benefit of the doubt when he makes mistakes, this and that, is that he made his mistakes early, and then it started.
And then he got hot afterwards.
Yeah, second half, we're starting to come back. Like this is this is like winning time.
It can't be.
We all got to clutch up.
It can't be in the winning time that you make that same mistake. You could throw 2 picks, but you throw the game-winning touchdown, no one cares. You throw one of them picks in that drive, it crucifies.
This is the drive. We're about to go up on them.
That's how it is.
Get all that momentum. Then the fumble happened with Mendenhall.
Absolutely. And because of the game, and that's the other thing. It's like, I know you brought up Ben getting crucified last season, but to be real, regular season versus you being viewed as the person that lost the Super Bowl, night and day. Especially for players. You're not tripping on a regular season where people could legitimately make the case how much of a contender we were regardless. Now, everybody's gonna have an opinion on it, but
Dante Moncrief ain't losing
you see what I mean?
Right
like they ain't tripping on a regular season. Yeah, they ain't tripping on a regular season. But you trick it off.
He almost cost us the playoffs.
Yeah, but you trick one off in the Super Bowl. This is the biggest game of, as athletes, football players specifically. when you're growing up, you know Monday Night Football, you know the Super Bowl, bro. Pro Bowl, if you know, when I was growing up, obviously it was in Hawaii, so it was still a pretty big deal. But you know those things, and those are the ones you want to be in, and you do not want to make a mistake in any of those situations. So for you to feel like, man, you already made a mistake. You know you made a mistake in this Super Bowl. Then your team lost as well. But man, I talked to dudes about losing Super Bowl, and man, to hear how they talk about that thing hurting, they like, bro, they don't even talk about the love of winning the Super Bowl more than they talk about the pain from losing the Super Bowl. So you throw that as well. And then you got the crowd from social media saying that, hey, you the reason we lost because you fumbled it. So now he feels even more. And then it's like, well, man, y'all love 7. 7 ain't perfect. But it's like, bro, he's the quarterback. He's the reason. The quarterback going to get the most criticism, get the most praise because they got the toughest job out there. Not the toughest physically, but the toughest as a whole. We all understand that. We signed up to do it. We get that. I just feel like at times, though, man, some people forget that dynamic. And they feel like they can get up there and talk with them or view like they equals with them. And I think that's where you could kind of make the mistakes. And for a guy like Mendenhall, I think if somebody could get in his ear on that level, I think it would help him. But like I said, when a dude's been passionate and been sitting on it, and it's been something that he feels like always comes up postseason time or football time, it's like, it ain't gonna go away. But like I said, I just think he's going in the wrong direction looking for that validation.
Yeah, one of the things of that game that I would bring up, I think that gets underrated, aside from the Mendenhall fumble, I think Wallace could have caught that one on 4th down, final drive. I'm being dead serious. Hit him right in the hands. It was a contested catch. I feel like you got to catch that, though, bro. We were missing Holmes. We were missing Holmes in that Super Bowl.
Wilson went out. Wilson got hurt. I remember that.
I think Sanders got hurt in that game, too.
Yeah. I remember Wilson broke the collarbone, but I was hyped because my homie, Sam Shields, he was out there. And I remember that was his rookie season. He had just switched over playing DB. He was playing receiver and stuff. And I was like, yo, this is nuts, man. My dude and went over here. He got about to get him a ring off the break. Like, craziness.
That game disgusts me. We were on one of those Patriots type of runs.
Yeah.
From 05 to 10 right there.
Yeah.
3 Super Bowls, I think, in 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah, man.
It didn't seem like it was ever going to stop. I'm being serious. After that 2010, I'm like, oh, we're just going to get them back.
That's how them dudes talk about it, too. That's how they talk about it, man.
I was so pissed after that game, but I'm like, dude, we're going to be so motivated next year. There's no doubt. And we had a good season the following year, 12-4, then we lost to freaking Tebow.
Yep.
Like, that team was good.
I would agree.
But
that's what we were all surprised when that happened.
We beat the Patriots in that regular season. Mm-hmm. That same season we lost to Tebow. Like, that team could have done something.
Yeah.
It was just unfortunate because I think we like the Ravens won the division. They were 12-4. We were 12-4. They had a tiebreaker. Yeah. That's why we had to go on the road, first round of the playoffs and everything.
And that's why I know RC and all that. Yep.
People are bringing up Neil O'Donnell. They're still pissed about him from
I'll tell you,
that Super Bowl way back.
That's how
maybe him and Mendenhall need like a focus group.
But see, the thing to me though, Neil doesn't carry around the resentment publicly the way that Mendenhall does. When have we heard?
I have never even heard him speak.
That's what I'm saying. But like Mendenhall, regardless of how the message gets out, he makes sure he gets it out. But it's always the same approach: heavy-handed. Directed towards 7, directed towards still a nation, and pointing fingers. And it's like, bro, you have a valid point, but the way that you're going about trying to get that message out there is not going to help you, bro. And that's one of the things with communication. Like, it doesn't matter how truthful your message is. If your delivery is off, bro, it don't matter, you know? But could be the therapy talk for me, man. So who knows? But we'll see, man. Hopefully, you know, things can get right with the homie, man. Because, you know, I don't like my Steeler Nation folk, my Steeler folk family having any type of disagreements.
Seems like he's found success off the field, too, after his career. Wasn't he doing some stuff with HBO and doing, like, movie writing and stuff?
I thought, and like I said, man, it's,